Eh bien c'est de nouveau Erwan pour Warm TV. It's Erwan once again for Warm TV. On est toujours au Mennecy Metal Fest pour la deuxième journée de ce festival. We are still in the Mennecy Metal Fest for the second day of this date. And we are the pleasure to meet Extrema.
Yeah, thank you guys.
I'll let yourself introduce you and where the band is coming from and all those stuff.
Okay, Extrema is an Italian band. We started back in the 80s, and this year actually is our 30th year of career, and we did 7 studio albums. 6 studio albums and a live album, and mini EPs, and in Italy we are.
And a DVD too.
And one DVD, one double DVD for the 20th anniversary of this band. And actually this is, we tour Europe, but this is actually the second time ever that we play France. We played once in Paris in 2013 when we were on a European tour with Death Angel, and so actually we're here. We have a new singer because some month ago we split with our former singer GL Perotti. We had some, internal problems that unfortunately we can't solve. So we decided to replace him, and now we have a new singer that is this guy with curly hair, blue eyes, Tiziano. So
it's a real pleasure to meet you, and
it's a pleasure.
Finally, you're a fucking great singer.
Thank you. Thank you so
That's
much.
why we choose him.
I'm sure. Okay, so the band was born in 1996.
1996.
I guess you had good and bad times.
Yeah.
What's the motivation today to continue?
Well, actually, for us, it's a job. It's not a hobby. So we are doing this. All of us are musicians, and years ago the band was the main, the main job. Now it's part of our job in the world of the entertainment. He's also the drummer. Is a also as a drum teacher. I work as a technician or tour manager, whatever, and he's a vocal coach. He sings with other bands. Francesco plays with other bands, and all of us have also other projects. But Extrema for us, it's
that's something that to me seems interesting to say, because there's a lot of teenagers today who dream to become stars and don't realize that you got to work
a lot,
a lot to be there, and you get to work a lot to pay your rent.
Exactly. I think that there's in the music business there's a major wrong thought that someone one day could be a star. Maybe you can't be a star, but you can be a musician. You can tour the world, and when you go home after a tour, you can have another job. That's always to be a musician. It's not, I'm just doing the musician. That's my life. I am on tour. I just write records and I tour the world. Then I go home and I've got a huge swimming pool. Peanuts and whatever. It's not that. Also, we tour Europe with American bands. All of those bands, when they go home, they got another job. Today music is like that. Today music is X Factor. If you want to be a star, just go to X Factor. If you want to be a star, go to French or Italy or whatever, Got Talent. You just go there. Today is the age of the talents.
Yeah, but it's quarter talent. Like in the world said, everyone got his 15 minutes of glory. That's it.
There are a lot of artists in the past that says a lot of really, good and smart things. That today it looks like people forgot. That's the point. You can be a star or nothing else. you can be just a musician and do the fucking job you want to do. You know, it's that's it. I mean, it's for me, it's quite simple. I'm not a star. I don't want to be a star. I want to be like a normal person who tour the world, who go around and have friends all around. I write music, I write records. I also play for other people. But you know, then I go home and
you got your life. You're
exactly.
just human. That's all.
Nowadays, one of the problems for me is that teenagers now think that to be a star, they have to learn to play something and sing, and then they go in their room, they take a camera and they play
in
then in front of camera and just put the video on social and they start to have like, and for them this is to be a star. And it's not about the
years ago in the
work.
States.
Yeah.
Years ago in the States, there were people who were studying at you know, the MIT, the GIT or whatever IT. You know, all the mega guitar players, hyper techniques and whatever. Then Dino Cazares from Few Factory says, you know, the world is full of really good musicians, but the real music is in the pub, the real music is in the club, the real music is out there. It is not at the school, it is not today on the talents or whatever. The music is in the class, the music is in the roads. But people, I think that today, they
music is in front of people, finally.
They just lose the point, you know, that's it.
I'm used to ask a question, but today I got a problem. I'm used to ask what your influences are. Today I'm gonna ask you the question in another way. Who do you think you influenced?
I would love to have influenced someone.
For sure you did.
No, yeah, in Italy for sure. I'm sure of that because we are an old band in that country, and most of, for example, I remember Lacuna Coil. They used to play they supported us in the past when they were no one. So then they became a really huge band in Italy. And when I'm still friends with those guys, and they say, I remember when we saw you on the stage and we were, you know, blah. So all the people, I don't think that Lacuna Coil started to play because they saw us. Because there are today bands that started to play music because they saw us. And so in Italy it's like that. I don't think that in the world we influence someone.
In France it's the same.
You know, we play for the like of the music. You know, we like music, we like any kind of metal. We are writing right now a new record, and last week we were me and him just working on some lyrics and you know, vocal tracks.
And I want you to know that he could be a great swing singer, great jazz singer. He has a great voice for it. He could be the Michael Bublé of the two.
At the point I would be a star. For sure. And
just try it. So.
And I told him that my goal is not to be a star. My goal is to write a really good metal song. One of those songs that you one day you remember as I know this song. This song is like
might be an eponym.
Like Paranoid, like Breaking the Law, Judas. I can tell you a lot of really old songs that today the young people keep on saying, I know this is Black Sabbath, or they even doesn't know that is Black Sabbath or Judas Priest or whatever, but they know the song. They know the song because that is an evergreen. There's a metal evergreen. That's my dream. That's what for me music is, or you know.
It's all about emotion.
So
not about a technique, or it's all about emotion.
And so all the
and certainly not about money.
Exactly. You know, the money comes. If you want to do this job, you need money because
sure.
Because to travel costs money. To move people costs money. To give the people food costs money. So you have to ask money. And if you want, we come from another time, so that's another point why we never played that much outside of Italy, because in Italy we earn money. Outside of Italy we get some money, but we don't do nothing for free.
Enough.
You know, because if we do something for free, we can do that because it's impossible. We are not rich people, so
No,
we are just doing this.
For sure. But it's a kind of reality that teenagers in France, and I guess in every other country, don't realize. And it's such, you know, it's, to me it's a trouble.
Yeah, there's no balance.
No, that's it. So you are too high, so you are
Too low. Yeah, that's not the middle thing, yes.
I asked you, did you think you influenced? Today, what are you listening and you consider that influence your work now?
The more we get aged, the more we listen older bands. I don't know, because probably in the past, this is something that I keep on saying. Today music is not that colored. Today music is like dark music. But when I use the term dark, it's like a color. In the 80s, in the 90s, in the early 2000s, music, it was like color. You can do something. There was metal in different forms. In an album, you can listen different metal songs. Today, you play one metal song and you repeat that for 10 times and you have a record. You know, I don't like that type of metal. The modern music is so noioso, boring, except for some bands. I like, for example, in France, I really like Culturel, but I love Trust. You know, Trust, for me, when I think about France, it's Trust. And actually, Trust make a like on our photo, on one of our photos on Instagram, and I said, no, what the fuck? I love this guy. So of course, I get friends immediately of Trust. You got a fucking great band in this country, it's Trust.
Some people say...
Yeah, some people say no, of course, but
just a little bit slow down.
Yeah.
Maybe saw them in Metal Fest this year and it wasn't so huge.
Yeah. You know, but
I expected more.
You know, I come from another country, and what comes from France, I remember, this is the band that I remember from France. Trust.
Opening from Maiden.
Do you remember H-Bombs?
Metallica.
H-Bombs, do you remember H-Bombs? A really old band from, I think they were from Paris. I got a mini EP, the one with the bomb on it was incredible. I love the record. And Gojira, and I was friends with the band from south of France.
Marseille?
No, they come from near, before Cannes, there's...
Nice?
No, it's a
No.
It's a Nice, a Cannes, in between there's like...
Marseille?
No, Marseille, it's after. Anyway, it's Aggresso or something like that. It's like
Aggresso?
Yeah, I don't remember them, but they were a death metal band. I remember I know them in the 80s, early 80s. So. And I don't remember the question actually.
And in actual band? Except Gojira?
No, well, from France. Actually, you know, they're not, as I told you, a lot of modern bands that I really enjoy. I actually like Alter Bridge because they are kind of for me, that is a metal band with a really good singer. And
the modern metal band, I like a lot of them. Alter Bridge, Blackstone Cherry, I like a lot of that southern American metal music. And I raised the grunge, so I was, and I am totally in love with Chris Cornell, and his style influenced me a lot. And Soundgarden, Pearl Jam, and all the bands that metal guys hate.
And actually, I still listen to a lot.
Finally, you're just a singer.
But you know, I like all the music, so I always listen to a lot of different. I like to sing a lot of different music. So I sing thrash with Extrema, but you can hear me sing funk music like Stevie Wonder.
That's true.
And I really like Stevie
German.
Algereux is it's one of my great singer of all time. And so I like to hear all music because I think that if you like and if you hear a lot of different music, then you can put them in your own style, and so you can be very very unique. But if you listen only to one type of music, you can be so colored, so various, and you're right.
I agree on this, definitely.
Okay, so will we have the chance to see you
Yeah.
soon in France?
November 25th, we're coming back here. We play in Krosna.
Kroon.
Yeah.
Okay.
At the Music Live Fest. So.
Oh yeah, I saw
will be
that.
back.
Friends of mine are organizing the thing.
We will be back. So if you wanna get a chance to see us again, just come there. It will be our third time in France. France. So we're waiting. Come. It will be fun.
Yeah, we just finished the show,
To
but
me,
we
it's-
can't wait to be back.
To me, it's kind of pity to see that you didn't play so much in France. You are a fucking huge band, and I don't understand why there's not so much programmation for you. To me, it's
usually we did the same. We ask us the same question, but it's we are Italian, and usually, if you think about metal, you don't think about Italy at all.
There's a lot of prejudice.
That's a pity.
Yeah, I know that is a pity, but I think that in Italy there are a lot of good bands, really good bands, and some actually are becoming really big. Like as I told you, Lacuna Coil is a good and big band. I actually don't like them that much, but we have Flash God Apocalypse that now are doing a lot of things, and there are some other bands like we had Rhapsody of Fire, different music, different bands who play different kind of metal. I don't know. We have not been that lucky outside of Italy, but we're still here. We still got the fire. We still got the will.
For sure, you still got the fire. You just made something huge out there.
Yeah.
Really.
And we have now this incredible person who's working for us in France. It's a wonderful lady, Veronique, and so he's right there, and she's helping a lot, and so we think that France can become our second home. Maybe we don't know, but we see the future. We'll see. If the people come and they enjoy the music, people maybe will start keep on buzzing and talking and maybe going to listen to music. And if you enjoy it, you dig the music, come to the show, buy your records, and France will become our second house.
And 2018 maybe a new album.
Yeah. In 2018 we are going to release a new album for sure.
For sure.
Did you started writing?
Yeah, we already have 7 songs almost ready, and as soon as we have that 10, 11, maybe 12 songs, we hit the studio and start recording them as soon as we can, because we released our the last album has been released in 2013. Then on 2016 we released an EP, really old songs that actually we wrote in 1987. But we never released before, and so we thought that it was the right moment to record those songs, and it has been like to close like a circle. So there was Extrema yesterday. Now we have something. We have a new singer. We are trying to reach the next level.
The next step and next level.
Exactly. So the next album will be like a really heavy metal album with a different singer. We're not a proper metal singer.
Yes, I'm coming from a different background.
Give us a lot of suspense. I'm freezing. Do you have any words for our listeners or viewers? It's in the video now.
Okay. Guys, as I told before, we are Extrema from Italy. This is Tommy and
Tiziano.
so. If you're curious, if you want to listen to our music, please come to www.extremateam.com, and there's a lot of buttons where you can go on socials and video. You can watch videos, listen music, and we'll be back on November the 25th. So if you want to come and see us live, we'll wait you at the Musical Eye Fest. Thank you for this opportunity to speak to the French people. Thank you, and we hope to see you again. See you soon.
Thanks to you for your time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.